Steve Consolini of Torrington, Connecticut was 16 years old when he bought a 1967 Ford Mustang. That was more than 40 years ago, and he still owns it.
I've taken it to my last 3 high school reunions. Yeah, I'm probably the only guy that has his car from high school still.
The Mustang was acquired from a guy at a tag sale in Thomaston.
It had balloons tied to it. I think he may have wanted $500 for it. We looked at it and checked it out a little bit and offered him $400, and he took it.
It didn't look like it does now.
Poor shape. Holes in the floor, grass growing up through the dashboard. Actually running on 6 cylinders because they had spark plug wires crossed.
The Mustang has a 289 cubic inch V8 engine with automatic transmission. Consolini's father got it dialed in for him, and it became his daily driver.
That was like the first major thing, was get it running and get it running properly. He found out the spark plug wires were crossed. So we did a full tune-up, points, plugs, changed the oil. My mother had left to go somewhere, and Dad was sitting in the driveway doing hole shots with the car. And when my mom came home, she said, if that's how it's going to be, you're not going to have this car, thinking I did it. And it wasn't me. It was my dad.
Consolini took the Mustang to his high school prom and to graduation.
Had a paint job done before the prom in 1984 for $250 to make it look good. A couple years later, another paint job.
He did have one mishap with the Mustang as a teenager.
I was actually putting air shocks on, and one of the guys was having a party up at Highland Lake. So I'm hustling up, trying to get things going. We drive all the way up there. One girl forgets her bathing suit, so we got to come back to town. So on Torrington Street, I'm coming back to town, and the back wheel fell off, doing about 50. Car jumps up in the air, lands, managed to stop it, caved in the quarters.
Besides the Mustang, Consolini also has a 1979 Chevrolet C20 pickup that used to belong to his dad and which was used to tow the Mustang home when he bought it. He recalled when his father bought the pickup.
It was a typical work truck. Within a couple days, it was dirty and trashed up.
His mother sold it after his dad died, and it passed on to some cousins until he reacquired it in October 2016.
It had sat for 5 years. It sunk into the asphalt. It hadn't been run. I didn't know what I was going to get myself into. So I purchased the truck for $400, towed it home.
It's the Mustang, though, which got a major overhaul in 1990. That's his pride and joy.
It's been done pretty much like this for quite a long time. It's starting to show where gaskets are cracking, stuff like that. The tail lights, they're starting to pit, because it's been 30 years.
But the paint still shines, and it still turns heads. That's Ride Connecticut. I'm Bud Wilkinson, and don't forget, subscribe to Ride Connecticut's YouTube channel and check out the website.